Hey guys, recently I made these vanilla shortbread and they were really nice, really tasty with a cup of tea, really sweet and buttery, perfect. I started off with 100 grams of icing sugar that I blitzed in the food processor. I'm blitzing because it's very humid here and icing sugar really clumps up together. Next you add 200 grams of double O flour, that's really finely milled. If you don't have that, plain flour will do. And 100 grams of corn flour. And blitz it up again. This is instead of sifting it, it'll just make sure that nothing is clumped up. Then take 2 vanilla beans and halve them down the middle. And take out the seeds with the blunt end of a knife and add it to your food processor. And don't throw these vanilla beans away. I'm sticking them in a jar and adding in a load of caster sugar so that down the line the flavour will infuse and I'll have a jar of vanilla sugar. Then to the food processor you add 200 grams of unsalted butter that's been softened. And blitz it up again until it's all combined and like a solid piece of dough. And then you lay it out on a baking tray. I'm using this silicone one because it'll be much easier to get it out with. And flatten it down with the back of a spoon. You can use your fingers or your knuckles or whatever, but I think this kind of gives a more even, flat finish. And I patted it down as well. Then I cut it into, in half first, and then quarters. And then I halved and quartered it the other way to give 16 squares. When that's done, I prodded each square 3 times with the tines of a fork and put it into a preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. When it comes out, it should still be very, very pale, just lightly golden around the edges, and you can see there that it's really, really flecked with vanilla. It was so strongly tasty vanilla, it was lovely. After about 10 minutes of cooling in the tray, you can remove it with a spatula onto a wire rack to cool further. Then finally sprinkle with some vanilla caster sugar, or if you don't have any, you just use regular caster sugar. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this recipe, be sure to subscribe below and find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And for the full recipe, click on the link in the description below to my blog, www.rookiecook.org.